Hello Sagittarius and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess. This is your fortnightly reading. It's for the second half of May 16th through to the 30th, is it? Or the 31st. It is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate. And if you'd like to skip the shuffling or this little spiel, there will be a timestamp in the description box below, Saggy. There's all sorts of things happening on the planet, so things are being shaken up at the moment. We have the Seven of Pentacles have just popped its head out for you. So we'll see what's happening for you guys. That's what's happening for you, Sag. Oh, crossed by the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, Eight of Swords, the Knight of Cups. We have Judgment card and we have the Three of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. Lovely abundance coming through for you guys, Sagittarius, at the heart of this reading. Okay, I think we shall start. So for the situation, you have the Seven of Pentacles crossed by the Wheel of Fortune. You've really been looking at ways of investing your time and money and energy so that you can find some growth. There's an assessment coming on with this card of the Seven of Pentacles. But it's almost like with that, things are changing and they're happening quickly here with this Wheel of Fortune. So it's like you can't dilly-dally in the energy of that Seven of Pentacles for too long. You can't sit and assess it. You need to be making a decision here or move. You need to be moving because otherwise you're going to miss the boat. You're going to miss an opportunity here because the time is ticking on this one with this Wheel of Fortune energy kind of crossing you. So there's a decision here that you're trying to assess and take some time out, but there's a time limit on it. So recent past, we have the Knight of Swords. There has been energy towards, this is very fast moving energy. Something has spurred you quite quickly to make it into action. There is this energy of the Knight of Swords is determined to be doing something and not let anybody get in your way. It's a very determined energy. So it's almost like, but suddenly you kind of reach this space where you're like, okay, I'm going to do this. I need to assess it. I need to work out what it is that I'm doing. And then, but there is this sense of urgency strangely with it, Saggy. I don't know why I'm getting this feeling, but with that Wheel of Fortune at crossing it, it does feel like you have to do this. You have to do this. And maybe we'll just have a look at what's going on with the rest of the cards. On the surface and crowning you have this Page of Wands energy, which is, this sense of feeling like the world is your oyster, feeling like you've got something special that you can move on with and create something amazing in the world. And knowing what it is that you've got and knowing that it's got a lot of potential here. So, there's this determination to be doing something. There's a lot of potential. You're trying to work out how to best make that potential grow into something amazing. But there seems to be just that Wheel of Fortune. Maybe because I'm not getting that in anything else around you. So that could actually just be you feeling under a bit of pressure to be making a decision, or that it could be this sense of, feeling like you don't have enough time, feeling like you can sense this change coming and you need to make this decision before it all happens. It's all around timing. And so I feel like that's all in your perception. I'm not necessarily getting the surrounding energies supporting that. So it could be some self-imposed pressure, time pressure. So, but for some of you, it could actually be a real time pressure, depending on what that is. At the base of the issue, there is the Queen of Cups. So this is you, again, it's this sense that you have something special and remarkable here. And this is something that you know can bring some, fuel your fire. It can bring a lot of fulfillment on a heart level here, on an emotional level. You know that this is, so it's almost like you just want to do this right. It's kind of like you're like, there's the energy of excitement, like whatever it is that you're trying to do at this moment, it's like you know it's something really amazing. It could be a really good idea or good opportunity. You know that deep down it's actually something you want to nurture and will make you happy and bring you a lot of maybe love or fulfillment. So it's like you're sitting on a gold mine here, Sagittarius, because you've got the Empress as well as the overall overarching energy at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, but it's like you just very much want to do this right and make this happen the right way. With the King of Swords coming up in the near future, this is the ability to make some really, really good decisions. It's the strategy. It's some very strategic decisions. So that time spent with that Seven of Pentacles, assessing and working out the next plans, is actually really important, and maybe you shouldn't be rushing it. But whatever this feeling of feeling rushed is kind of saying you need that time, because what's happening is that this King of Swords energy is going to step in and suddenly make sense and dissect all those that mulling that you've been going over, that decision making, and just come up and go, okay, this is what we're doing. Very intelligent, very much in control, very much the authority figure, and very much knows what he's doing. So it's very much, you'll feel like that, Sagittarius, but you do need that process of going through that assessment. So you in the situation, we have this Eight of Swords energy that's come in. And this is why I'm saying there's something, that time pressure, or feeling like there's something to do with time, like maybe you're thinking you're running out of time, or maybe you think like you're too old or too young, or whatever it is. This is something that is blinding you. You're not seeing, there's some kind of limitation with this Eight of Swords energy. There's something you're not seeing in a situation. You're being limited by some rigidity of thinking here. That you can see those swords are kind of stuck, or the feeling of there's a sense of feeling stuck. But the message of this Eight of Swords is that stuck feeling is really your own thoughts, feeling like you can't work out how to move forward. So, and that could actually be you just putting too much pressure onto the situation, because I don't feel like this energy will last very long, because we're moving straight to that King of Swords energy. So if you're feeling a bit clouded and unclear and stuck at the moment, that energy is going to change, which is really good. So it's very much a nice balance between head and heart here, because we have the energy surrounding you, the Knight of Cups. And this could actually be an offer of love. This could be someone who's coming towards you with love and saying, I'd love to work with you. I love you. I want to be with you. This could also be you moving forward into a space where you're going to be fulfilled. So this Knight of Cups energy is really beautiful. It can allow yourself to dream. It's a dreamy energy as well. So it's interesting, because I think, the pressure to make a decision that you might be feeling at the moment is not the surrounding energies. That it's important to connect to that, the emotions of what's happening, of what's going to fulfill you. It's not just a head decision, because at the bottom of it, we have the Queen of Cups. She's at the base. She's saying, no, you need to consider me. You need to consider your feelings, how you really feel deep down about this. And that's not something you can just snap into with that King of Swords energy. So it's almost like you're wanting to go into that energy, but the energy around you at the moment is pulling you into more of an emotional energy of that, a dreamy Knight of Cups. Allow yourself to dream a little bit. Where do you want this to go? What do you want this reality to be? But there's a part of you that's going, no, I need to be making a decision. I need to be taking action. And this is where the conflict is coming in. There will be time for action and decision making in the near future. But right at the moment in this present energy, you need to sit with this lovely emotional energy and connect with your heart around this as well. So, because that's what it's, if you just move forward purely with the swords energy, you wouldn't be receiving, it's almost like a recipe for abundance with this Empress energy. This is what I'm being given. You need the swords and the cups together, equally considered, so that you can move forward into this beautiful Empress energy. So, yeah, it's interesting. You're being almost really, this energy, the emotions and the heart is drawing you, and kind of almost being forced into that energy to consider that energy. So, but it's all positive so that you can make something bigger and better on the other end of it. So hopes and fears, judgment. This could be actually fear of being judged, which is, don't often get coming up with this card, but it's just what I was given. There's a sense of wanting something new, but also don't want to be, you're not quite ready to be exposed to your peers or exposed to someone else yet. But you are wanting this new beginning, this rebirth, this heralding. You want to believe this is something that has been given to you from the universe. But at the same time, you fear that perhaps people won't understand it. So it's interesting, the judgment card coming up there in the hopes and fears, but it's really just, like I said, it's with that Eight of Swords energy. Again, it's almost like all the cards around it are really good, and it's just only some of your thoughts and perceptions that are clouding it. And I feel like that's kind of the double-edged sword of that judgment card coming through. So as the outcome, we have the Three of Wands coupled with the Empress energy. There's initial success coming in with this. So there's the ability of you will see some results coming through. So it's your ships are coming in with this Three of Wands. It's the young Emperor. So he's looking out at what he has created, and it could be getting other people to be delegating work as well to other people, getting people on board and letting other people sort of observing their journey, but they're kind of all working for you, if this makes any sense. But really, you're the master of this. You're going to see some initial results, which is really, really good coming through for this, because I think you're going to need that. Otherwise, that stress and panic and worry that it's not going to happen could come in. But yeah, definitely there's a good start with this and the Empress. Like, this is the beginnings, because this is the young Emperor and then we have the Empress. It's like a power couple as well. If it's something that going into business with somebody else, there's a very strong partnership here, but it's very early stages. But because it has the potential, that's the word that we keep being given, Sagittarius. There's so much potential here that this could turn into the Emperor and sit beside the Empress, because the Empress energy is drawing it. It's all this energy of feeling like something's being drawn in towards this abundance. So yeah, I hope that makes sense for you, Sagittarius. I feel like it's really, really positive energy coming in for you. It's just observing those limitations in the way you're thinking about it. So I hope that makes sense, Saggy. If you'd like to hear more, please like, subscribe, or leave a comment. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.